Hey everyone, it's your girl Kalichi on the I Encourage Somebody YouTube channel. I want to thank everyone who has been making my videos a success by sharing, liking, and subscribing to this channel. Now, if you're here for the first time, I'd like to say a big welcome and thank you. If you've not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button at the corner of your screen. So, with all the formalities out the way, I would like to talk about a topic that has hit home and means a lot to me. I can't stress enough the need not to get burnt out. A lot of times our lives can be compared to that of an ant. We're always hustling, gathering, carrying heavy load, preparing for the upcoming winter. We're always preparing for something, doing this, doing that, because we don't want our names to fail or whatever the case may be for you. The point is that in this life, you don't get a trial period. You don't get to ask for a refund or an exchange. You only have that one body. And if you don't take good care of it and it goes down, then you're done. Done. The future you keep working towards, the future you keep building and saying things like, I'm doing this for my future, I'm working for my future, I'm busy building for my future so that I can be able to take care of my children, take care of my business, my family, or whatever you hold in high regards. If you take the mind out of the future is still there. If tomorrow people look for you, and you're no longer there because you're dead, you think their life will suddenly stop or no longer rotate because you're no longer in the equation? No, the future will continue. The key point here that I'm trying to make is keep the mind before the future. This way you can be in the future you are planning and building for. It's good to work hard. It's very good to think about your school, your job, your business. If you have children, it's good to think about your kids. If you're a family man, it's good to think about ways to better your family. It's good to do those things. It's good to gather and build for the future, but don't forget to take care of the number one person in that future. Don't get burnt out. Do you think your school will not be there or the building will close down if you just poof and you're no longer there? Or that job you're working so hard will cease to exist if you're no longer here? They're businesses and they will continue to thrive long after you're gone. Your job will hire someone else in your place. Your school will admit another student in your spot. Your children will grow up without you and your spouse may move on. All this point that I'm trying to make is you have to constantly be in the equation, because without you in that equation, life does go on. You got to get your own piece of that pie you've worked so hard for. Working hard is good, but you have to remember to also work smart. Take some time for yourself. Break away. Find something that you love to do. Next week I'll be doing a video about hobbies and how you can find one and create one, the impacts, the advantages and disadvantages of some hobbies. But today what I'm talking about is for you not to get burnt out. Find something you love doing. Take a day off. Take a day for yourself. Won't nobody judge you, I can promise you that. Lock your doors. Lay in your bed, watch the news, watch the History Channel, movies, even the Weather Channel. I need to stay abreast of that here in Seattle. Let someone else take care of your kids. Give them to your parents, your best friend, your sister, your mom, but take a day off for yourself. For us women, tell your husband, honey, do you think maybe you can whip up a meal for us to eat today? Or better yet, how about you take me to a nice restaurant? My ladies, get your hair done. We must not be walking around like we're carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders, even when we are. Let's be honest, sometimes we women, we let ourselves go, especially when we have other things competing for our attention. Some of us, like, I'm guilty of this. We take a wig and slap it over a nasty, unwashed, smelly hair. Like, I mean, we're being real here, right? It's like we're creating a superficial fix for a bigger problem. The hair still smells. You've not washed it. And more than likely, you don't feel pretty. You just left the wig on top of the problem, but the problem is still there. Take that wig off, wash your hair, get it done, feel pretty, put on a nice clothes. If you want to go out to the mall and walk around for absolutely no reason, do that. You know, the way we carry ourselves a lot of times shows the way people treat us. Now for my fellas, please, please, please clean up. You mustn't look like Moses trying to get the children of Israel across the Red Sea. Now, before I'm stoned, there are people who actually like to look that way. And if that's your thing, go ahead, but still make it look nice. Buy that shoe in that your Amazon cart that has been there for over 3 months. Splurge a little. I'm not saying you should waste your life saving. I'm saying buy one good thing for yourself. Make yourself happy. Don't get burnt out. Because the minute you get burnt out, you're out of the equation. And if you think that life will come to a screeching halt because you're out of the equation, think again. How many people did you know that have died and you thought you couldn't live without? And yet you've moved on. Don't underestimate the power of the future. It goes on with or without you. You know, my mom was a hard worker. She worked hard. Now, come to think about it, I don't remember a time that I was with her that she wasn't working. You know, she was a businesswoman. She was a mother of 5 kids. She was a wife. She did so many things. To me, she was like this superwoman that could get anything and everything done. And then one day, we got this news. Our superwoman had lost her tassel and her invisible plane, and poof, she was gone. You know what that taught me? That taught me that if you don't take care of yourself, even if you have superpowers, it will fail you one day. The key here is take care of yourself. Don't get burnt out. Take a vacation. Enjoy the things you're working for. I mean, you are working for something, for goodness sake. Enjoy it. That house you go out and do overtime for so you can live and pay for only sees you at night when you come home and drop your weary body on the bed. And the next morning you jump up and go on to do more overtime for that house that you barely live in. Now, there are 2 sides to this. Today, I'm talking about the side of me telling you not to get burnt out. I will do a video maybe sometime on the side that tells you to be useful to yourself. There are 2 types of people. The overworking ones. The ones that work, and work some more. And when you walk past them, you're like, you still here? You still working? And they're like, yep. And then you have those that when you walk by them, you're like, you're still here and not doing anything with your life again today. And you're like, nope. Those ones, they want the future to come to them, but they're not willing to work towards the future. I want you to know that life is not a race. It is not a race with the next person. An example I'll give you is, look at Steve Jobs. He died at 55 after he had accomplished so much. And just a few weeks back, I heard about a woman that died at 100+ years or something. And she didn't invent Apple. She didn't invent Microsoft. But she lived a long and healthy life. What am I telling you? I'm not saying that you should not invent something or not do something for yourself. I'm saying take care of your body. You don't know when it's your time to check out. Life is not a race. It's not. My people have this adage, this saying that says, it just simply translates to when your day breaks, that's when your sun comes out. You know, the sun doesn't rise in the same place at the same time. The sun rising here in America is not rising in Africa or in Asia. It rises at different parts of the world at different times. I mean, can you imagine if it's 6 a.m. here and the sun is rising here, and that same sun turn around and go rise all over again in Asia? It will seem super creepy and weird to you. What I'm saying here is don't measure yourself with someone else. Their sun may have risen, and you're still in the early hours of your morning. Let that person enjoy their sunshine. Your time is coming. Work hard before your sun rises, so when it does rise, you can sit down and enjoy and watch it rise. Not when the sun is rising, you're still going from pillar to post like a worker bee. You know, all you did was work for the sun to rise, and when the sun rose, you didn't even notice it. You didn't even notice it. Please, don't get burnt out. Do not get burnt out. And until next time, you guys, have a nice weekend. Bye, everyone.